Welcome to the High Desert Yogi channel. I'm Heather, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. I'm doing my first mat review, first product review. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my new mat I've been using for about a month. It is the This Is Olie Black Moon Phase mat. And I know some of us, some of my friends and I, or different yogis, like to kind of ask around the community to see which mats and props that we feel are the best or just give our opinions on it. So I thought it'd be fun to do a review on this one. And for a mat that's been fairly popular in the last year. So if you're ready to hear my opinion on the This Is Olie Black Moon Phase mat, give this video a like and let's jump on in. So before we begin, I'd like to say that all opinions are my own. I was actually gifted this mat for Christmas by my husband. So thank you, babe. You're the best. Okay, so first impressions. This mat actually came in this little mat bag. I can show you here, which is pretty cute. See, it says Oli and comes with a little tag. But I probably won't use this again just because it doesn't have a strap with it. But it's the little details that matter. They do sell a mat bag and a strap separately, so that's probably why. So it was funny when I actually first got this mat, my son walked on it and he was like, "Oh, this mat's so soft." Which is kind of weird for me because I'm used to practicing on textured mats or just more of a textured feel. But in saying that, this mat's really soft, but it does not compromise on grip. So it was a little bit weird at first for my feet to practice on a too textured type of mat just because of the moon phase here. But honestly, after a practice or two, I didn't even notice it anymore. And that's just because I wasn't personally used to practicing on a mat with two different type of textures on it. I was actually surprised that the moon phase in the mat it was an underlay and not something that was on top. So the actual print is an underlay, and then the smooth part is kind of printed on top of it. But I actually like that a lot better, I think, than something being raised on top of it. I feel like that would be weird for me. Now, this mat is very black. It's very dark, very rich in color, really pretty. But I noticed that because of the dark color, it starts to show dirt fairly quickly. So I guess compared to practicing on my other mats, this is the one that I noticed starts to look dirtier fairly more quickly than my other ones. But I just use normal sprays, I use little travel sprays, and they all work great and clean it up pretty quick too. So let's talk about the makeup of this mat. This mat is made out of natural rubber and polyurethane, so it's actually vegan, which is pretty cool. It's 4 millimeters thick, so it's a little bit on the thinner side. If you like to practice on more of a cushiony surface, on a little bit of a thicker mat, this is probably not the mat for you. That being said, I actually prefer a thinner mat, so it doesn't bother me at all. And as far as design, I've seen moon phase mats made out of cork and microfiber, but I haven't seen one made out of natural rubber, which I thought was pretty cool and pretty different. Considering that I personally prefer a grippier mat, I typically don't like to practice on microsuede, so this definitely worked out for me. I really like that they put a theme behind it and they kind of went all in saying that their moon phase mat was a symbol of femininity, wisdom, intuition, and just the cycle of life. So the size of this mat is 72 inches by 26 inches, which is a pretty good size, and it's $102. So it's kind of expensive, but in all honesty, if I'm going to pay for a mat, pay a little bit more for a good mat, it better have good grip. That's the number one thing that I look for when I'm looking for a mat. So if a brand can deliver that to me, then I'll pay for it. And I will say though, too, that every time this mat gets released, even though it is more on the pricier side, it sells out. It sells out every time that I have seen it. And my husband actually had to pretty much stalk Jessica Olie's Instagram for a week to make sure that he was able to get me one when they launched before Christmas. So, best husband ever. I love it. So, if they are sold out when you're watching this, the best place for you to probably look to see when they're going to restock is their Instagram. So, does this mat pass the sweat test? I personally don't sweat that much, but I'm going to go wet my hands and see what happens. All right. As you can see, hands are all wet. Now, I know it doesn't have the salt from the sweat, but let's try this out. I will go into a downward dog here, and not too bad. I find a teeny bit of movement here from the water, but not too bad. So, felt a little bit of movement in my hands, but for the most part, the grip stayed pretty well. So I'm curious, what are your opinions on the This Is Only Black Moon Phase mat? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this review, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the little red button in the bottom right-hand corner of my video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day and namaste. So did this mat pass the So did this mat past oh my god. It was also a little bit weird at for cannot talk.